Welcome to Melbourne, the southernmost city on the Australian mainland and home of the Melbourne Cup, Australia's richest horse race. Prize money this year is $1 million for the 125th running of the race that stops a nation. Since 1861, the first Tuesday of November has been the one day of the year when Australia truly has just one thing on its mind: the gruelling 2-mile handicap gallop that guarantees racing immortality for one of the 24 best stayers in the Southern Hemisphere. This year's race is not only special for the 125th anniversary and the $1 million prize money, but also for two other important reasons. 1985 sees the state of Victoria celebrating its 150th birthday with a year-long round of festivities, and taking pride of place, the visit of the Prince and Princess of Wales, for whom today's historic occasion is the highlight of their royal tour. It's also an orgy of betting. On this 3.5-minute race this year, 15 million Australians will wager a staggering $100 million. That's nearly $7 for every man, woman and child in the country. One of the bookies' favourites, and certainly the sentimental favourite this year, is the Big Red from New Zealand, Kiwi. Kiwi scored a miracle win 2 years ago and was favoured to win again last year, until vets forced her late withdrawal amid great controversy. But now she's back, trying to become only the 4th horse in history to win this prestigious race for the 2nd time. To tell you all about her fortunes and all the colour and excitement of the 1985 Foster's $1 million Melbourne Cup, here's your host, trackside, Phil Gibbs.
And from the city of Melbourne, Australia's second largest, with a population of 3 million in a total...
Today of about 25, already into the low 20s, and just light winds, so it's really quite close.
Towards this massive crowd that we have here today. The former record is 118,000 people. I think with the rain that we had this morning has kept a few people away. But, of course, we have seen the royal couple here today. They arrived at the racecourse after the second race, the Prince and Princess of Wales. And here we have now some of the earlier... Have the helicopter up there, and that is looking down onto this huge audience here at Flemington today. For the benefit of our international audience, I know it is known here in Australia, a young gentleman today will be calling his first $1 million race, his first Melbourne Cup. Bruce Mc Avaney, what's the feeling?
Well, the feeling at the moment, Phil, is much excitement. It's a wonderful honour, and I'm very proud, and I hope I can do a great job, but I'm sure that we're going to have a wonderful race. This is the best lineup we've seen for many years, and we have the quality horses right through the field here. We can see what a nuisance going in with our boyfriend. Past Melbourne Cup winners in Kiwi and Black Knight, they certainly add to it. The mighty Tristark, and of course our Sophia, but it's a superb view from here, one of the great starts in the world of racing at the top of the straight here at Flemington. Not quite at the top, of course, at about the 900, and the runners are coming in. So I'm about to get onto the headsets, Phil. Lack of Reason's coming in. Des Spain is with me, and there's Kiwi. And what a performance in 1983.
Yes, I wonder will we see the same again. Everybody says he's as good as he was before, but I don't know about that. But only time will tell. In about another 5 or 7 minutes, we'll really know what's going on, because there he goes in to do battle with the other 22 runners.
Now, Sir Zephyr coming up. I'm a Prince and Late Show, a couple of the last. There's Sprightly Native, who won the Metropolitan at Randwick. There'll be a mighty roar as the gates crash open here. Late Show behind the line with I'm a Prince. Foxhill stands well. There's I'm a Prince. Brent Thompson. English viewers know him very well. Great jockey. Rode 70 winners in England and Europe this year. Never won a Melbourne Cup. Maybe today's the day. The Foster's Melbourne Cup. Late Show in. They look to be set. Wait for the light. It's on. Ready. Stand well. Late Show missed it. I'm a Prince missed it badly by 3 lengths. Don't know if Thompson wanted to do that. Tristark was away pretty well near the inside, showing good speed in the early stages. Feed Awar with Rising Prince. Our boyfriend showing speed. We expected him to with Butternut, Coro, Corrie May. Black Knight much closer today. Silver Award went to the fence with Under Oath. Further back in the field, Twinnetskill on the inside. Foxhill behind it. Lack of Reasons moving up to be about 5th. Outside of it, Dusky Legend, Zephyr wide. White's got Our Sophia 3 off the fence. What a Nuisance inside of it with Mappley Heights, Sprightly Native. Hey I back 5th last. Behind it now, Sprightly Native with I'm a Prince. 2nd last, Kiwi. And Late Show's last of all. At the judge the first time, not going all that quickly. And it's Our Boyfriend, a length and a half to Butternut. Rising Prince the fence, Lack of Reason 3 wide. Coro, Corrie May in the centre. On the fence, Feed Awar, a length and a half to Under Oath. And then Dusky Legend, Tristark inclined to pull. Trelaw wants to get off the fence. Black Knight, Zephyr. Then Silver Award, Tripsicum the outside. A length further back to Twinnetskill on the inside of Foxhill. Our Sophia's got about 7 behind her. She's the favourite. What a Nuisance in front of her. 2 lengths to Hey I. A length I'm a Prince the fence. 3/4 Sprightly Native. A length away then to Mappley Heights, who's 3rd last. 2nd last, Late Show. And Kiwi's last of all. 1900 out in the cup. Our Boyfriend a length. Rising Prince is having a nice run. He looks like he might come off the fence. Butternut 3rd. Coro, Corrie May the grey. Then Lack of Reason. 5 lengths to Feed Awar as they start to accelerate. Then Dusky Legend Under Oath. Black Knight midfield. Tristark's had a beautiful run. 3 lengths to Zephyr. A length and a half to Annette's Girl. Silver Award. Tripsicum next from Foxhill on the outside of What a Nuisance. 2 lengths Our Sophia ridden along. A length to I'm a Prince on the fence. 1 to Hey I. 4 lengths Mappley Heights. Sprightly Native 2 lengths. Late Show. Kiwi 4 lengths away. Kiwi's giving Our Boyfriend about 40 lengths at the 1400. Our Boyfriend led a length to Rising Prince the outside. Coro, Corrie May the rail at the 1200. Then Butternut. 3 lengths to Lack of Reason. Feed Awar on the fence. 2 lengths Under Oath. Black Knight being scrubbed up. Dusky Legend. Zephyr outside. Tristark improving. Then Silver Award. Dwarnet's Girl further back from Foxhill. Tripsicum. Our Sophia still with a big job to do. What a Nuisance in front of it. Further back on the field, I'm a Prince. Mappley Heights. 2 lengths away. Hey I. Late Show's way out of it. Kiwi still last on the turn. They come up towards the 600. Our Boyfriend 3/4 to Rising Prince. 2 lengths to Butternut. Coro, Corrie May on the inside. Making a run is Lack of Reason around the outside. Black Knight starting to thread his way into the picture with Tristark, Tripsicum. Zephyr in front of them from Dusky Legend. Out wide a Silver Award. Our Sophia starting to thread her way through, but well back. Kiwi, I don't know if he can win today. Mappley Heights 2nd last and back with Mappley Heights. Hey I and Late Show. Our Boyfriend 2 in front of Butternut. Then Coro, Corrie May. What a Nuisance. Feed Awar's under the whip. Tristark went to the fence from Tripsicum. I'm a Prince coming with a great run. Coro, Corrie May's got to this one. Our Boyfriend with Butternut. What a Nuisance. I'm a Prince and Feed Awar. What a Nuisance goes to Coro, Corrie May. Coro, Corrie May and What a Nuisance. What a Nuisance wins the Foster's Melbourne Cup. A nose to Coro, Corrie May. 3rd and flashing up would have been Tripsicum. In that group of horses, Butternut with also Feed Awar and I'm a Prince and Tristark. Next time Our Boyfriend, Black Knight, Our Sophia, Silver Award. Kiwi not today. Then Hey I, Dusky Legend, Mappley Heights, Under Oath, Late Show, Sprightly Native. Foxhill, Lack of Reason, one of the last Twinnetskill. Rising Prince failed to stay. And Zephyr. It's above the head. The camera will split them. But What a Nuisance has won the Foster's Melbourne Cup from Coro, Corrie May. And Tripsicum will be 3rd. And Despain, Pat Hyland, has recovered from a shocking fall 18 months ago in South Australia when we thought he would never ride again.
Well, his number hasn't gone up yet, but it will. There's no doubting that What a Nuisance has won the race. And you'll see number 13. It's not an unlucky number today for Pat. But that's what he wanted. There it goes.
What a Nuisance has won the Foster's Melbourne Cup in a thriller from Koiro Korime. Tripsicum will be third. It's 13, 18, 3:23 the time. 23 third Tripsicum.
Feedawa will be fourth. And Butternut fifth.
So some surprises. Yes, 20 Feedawa. Butternut will be fifth. The time 3:23. And here's What a Nuisance with Feedawa outside of him as our boyfriend was tiring. And I thought for a moment, Des, that Butternut was going to win the cup.
Oh, yes. Well, it did look as though that was going to happen. But Pat Hyland, he got him out into the nice going. I reckon about 4 off the rails is the best going on the track today, and that's where he is. And you can bet he's already had a bit of a look prior to this race. And there he is, a great stayer. He's one of the horses that has won a 2 mile. It's 3,200 metres. Same as Koiro Korime. She'd done the same. Tripsicum's was a great run, you know, because he's 2 mile. He's just missed. And What a Nuisance has just won from Koiro Korime, Tripsicum, Feedawa and Butternut.
Lloyd Williams, the part owner of What a Nuisance, won the cup with just a dash. And this is the greatest moment for a jockey in the Southern Hemisphere.
Yep.
There's nothing better than this. And Pat Hyland, who's been through so much with that injury and then won the Caulfield Cup with Affinity last year and had the disappointment of riding an equal favourite in the Melbourne Cup who missed a place last year. And he's come back to Flemington today. And Des, he must be feeling on top of the world.
He certainly will be. The horse put the writing on the wall with a very good run because he's not a weight-for-age horse in the McKinnon on Saturday. He flashed home at the end of 2,000 metres. And all round, that's a great sort of a family get-together because Lloyd Williams, Pat Hyland and Johnny Marr are all good buddies.
And Lloyd Williams, the part owner of What a Nuisance, publicly stated he'd be giving
10%
of the winnings, which is $65,000 to Save the Children Fund.
Yeah.
And so they will benefit today. But what a magnificent training effort by John Marr. This horse looked a cripple 18 months ago.
Well, he went into the race today. He said, well, he hasn't got anything wrong with him today. He said, this is my chance. And there it is. It is his chance. And the number, though, 13. People think it's a bit of a jinx.
There's Lloyd Williams with the top hat.
Yep.
The winners by some puckle from Fashion Bell. And here's Hyland about to ride his way into the record books. He's been going around for a long time, Pat, and I think he must have thought, Des, that he'd lost his chance to win a Melbourne Cup last year.
Last year he won Affinity, the Caulfield Cup, and here it is today, 12 months later, and he's come along and he's won on another of his mates because Johnny Marr, I think, was originally, might have been even with Jim Maloney. But they're all in the family down there, and there it is, just a nice. I don't think he waved to the crowd, did he? Won't incur a $200 Dennis Gowing there. The other part owner, so they're pretty happy, I'd reckon.
The winner's race by Mr. and Mrs. Lloyd Williams, and D. Gowing is trained at Epsom by John Marr and ridden by Patrick Aloysius Hyland. A great run second, Koiro Korime, what a mighty New Zealand mare she is, and Tripsicum third with Feedawa fourth and Butternut fifth. Some disappointments. Tristark battled on well. Our Sophia never got into it today. Black Knight was beaten on the turn. Late Show was always out of it.
Unbelievable, though, that the horses could be so far back in the race. They were
Kiwi.
40 lengths from the... And, you know, some of the fancied ones were 30 lengths. I don't know what goes on with some of these guys who are riding. Truly, they set them an impossible task. A bloke on Kiwi, if he thought he was going to win today, fair dinkum, he had to have... I
think you're trying to say rocks in his head.
Something like that. He was 40 lengths from it. Poor old Kiwi. I mean, he had no hope. He had to run the last half mile in about 30.
Well, old Kiwi, an 8-year-old, but What a Nuisance is a 7-year-old. He's bred in New Zealand. He's done most of his racing in the recent times here in Australia. Won the Chairman's Handicap at Randwick 18 months ago. Won the Duke of Norfolk at this track over the same distance. Mr. Lawler talks to Pat Hyland. He's had some great days in racing, Des, but none better than this.
No, this is today. I think they bought What a Nuisance to win the national hurdle.
They did. They were going to jump him.
Yeah. So he just made $1 million.
And what about Robbie Heffernan? 3 placings now in Melbourne Cups.
Yeah.
Noble comments
Just
twice.
missed again.
Ron Quinton gave Feedawa every possible hope. 4th prize, not too bad for the connections of Feedawa. $50,000. A horse who came to Melbourne with not a lot of form from South Australia. But there's the winner, What a Nuisance. Butternut's rider, Michael Riley. She won the Moonee Valley Cup and now 5th in the Foster's Melbourne Cup. I think Mr. Lawler's happy. It's 13.823. We're about to get correct weight or otherwise. The time 3:23. What a nuisance parade. It's right to pay. It's correct weight. It's official. What a nuisance has won the 1985 Foster's Melbourne Cup.
Gentlemen, I now have very much pleasure in asking His Royal Highness, the Prince of Wales, to make the presentations.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted, first of all, to say how delighted both my wife and myself are that we are able to be here with you on this very important national occasion. I've been trying to persuade the chairman that the cup should be gently foaming with Foster's when it is presented, but it seems that most of the supplies are in Britain at the moment. The owners of What a Nuisance on a really magnificent success, particularly when you consider that the horse was originally meant to be a jumper. Mr. and Mrs. Williams and Mr. Gowing all own shares in the horse, and I'm sure that at least £1 million will help to pay the horsebox fees. I'd also congratulate the rider, Mr. Pat Hyland, who is, of course, one of Australia's most accomplished jockeys.
I put it down for a minute.
The Caulfield Cup, now to win the first Foster's $1 Million Cup. I'm sure that God can't be really that much better to me, because this has been probably the most emotional day of my life. We've all put a lot of work into this horse, and I mean all. Johnny Marr, all his staff, and Lloyd himself, who's been a great friend of mine for probably 17 if we had have run second, because at that stage we looked like running second. But I'd like to thank my wife, who's been always by my side and given me a great kick-up all the way through my life. And also to my children at home, your prayers were answered, kids. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies. Take your own luck.
Pat, at this stage, you've begun well, and just dropped over his neck and looked to settle him back in the field.
Yes, yes, he settled back nice and got into a good position, and you know, Harry wasn't going to be able to get that sort of a run. Plus, I didn't think he was going as well as I was.
Yeah. Now, Pat, coming to the home turn, a lot of the boys have gone wide here, and this has let you get straight through, and you're almost in contact with the leaders at that stage.
Yes, well, I have to thank Lloyd Williams for that, because he's watched many of these replays, and he said they always open up. And actually, we both discussed Jimmy Cassidy's ride in the Derby on Saturday, and we felt that, well, if he could do it, so could I. So that worked out that way.
Now, at this stage, you're into the clear. There's just the three in front of you.
Yes, well, I thought I was going to win comfortably, and then that grey mare on the inside, she got through and she kicked back, and I took a little bit of, beating, but by the same rule, he's a grand horse, really grand horse.
Now, at any stage over this last 200 metres, Pat, did you think you wouldn't pick her up?
Oh, well, Murray, when you get this close, all I was worried about was getting to the line.
You've virtually thrown him to the line the last bit, Pat, and perfectly balanced.
He's a great horse.
Yeah. Vivian, would you like to say something to Marie?
I've got a very excited Marie Highland standing next to me, and of course we've just seen you and Pat have a congratulatory hug and kiss. Marie, exciting moment of your life?
Oh, it's hard to believe. really.
Something obviously you and Pat have dreamed of being able to
Yes.
share a Melbourne Cup victory ceremony.
Yes, that's right. And it's a great thrill, and the 6 children are at home watching in, and I'm sure they'll be really proud of that.
There'll be a real
Tripsicum $7.60, Quinella $53, trifecta a massive $5,475.10, and the extra double today $766.75. Race 6, the Sterling Stakes, looks in the top 3 on betting anyway. 285 Pocono Pearl, 220